Hey, what's up everybody, it's me Jordan and I'm back with another drawing video. This time I'm drawing Mirai Kuriyama from Kyokai no Kanata. I'm laughing because this is like the third time that I've tried to pronounce the name and I'm hoping that this time I actually got it right. And I probably still got it wrong, but I tried. This is another anime which I don't really know anything about. I did a little bit of research and apparently she can manipulate blood. But that's pretty much all I know. This was another request I got quite a while ago and I've finally finished. So hopefully whoever requested this is still watching it and you enjoyed this video. I'm sorry if my voice sounds weird in this video. I think I'm getting sick again and I've just got like a blocked nose and a bit of a sore throat. So it's kind of just hard to talk. But I wanted to get this narration done, so I'm going ahead with it anyway. I feel a little bit like a zombie at the moment. I just feel really tired and just not much energy. So basically what I'm saying is this video is going to turn out really awesome and I'm having an amazing time making this video.
Please, put me out of my misery. Kill me.
I'm just drinking a tea with like honey and lemon and it's kind of soothing my throat a bit. That's pretty much what I like to do when I narrate these videos. I just make myself a cup of tea and it kind of just helps with my throat a little bit. I get a bit of a sore throat when I talk too much because I'm a guy and I just like being quiet and mysterious, but that doesn't really work for these YouTube videos, so I'm so full of shit. But it actually does kind of help with the throat a little bit. It's just kind of nice and soothing and I've really gotten into drinking teas lately. I feel like a bit of a grandma, I guess. I don't know, do grandmas drink tea a lot? My nana just like drinks hot water and I find that like the weirdest thing ever. Quick shout out to my nana, who's literally never going to watch this video, but Christmas is coming up so I've got to get some favourite grandson points. All about that Christmas money. I'm just joking. Christmas is all about spending time with your family and loved ones. It's not about the presents or money, even if you do get enough money to maybe buy some new Copics or art supplies. Maybe even a 72 set of Copics. That'd be pretty good. But nah, it's not about all the materialistic things, guys. It's about spending time with your family. Even though it'd be really nice having some more colour selection with a 72 set of Copics, just being able to blend with all these new colours, try out new combinations and stuff like that. That stuff's not really important. But actually, that does sound pretty good.
Give me your money, Nana.
I'm such a terrible person. It's probably about time I talk a little bit about the drawing process, because it's like halfway through the video and I haven't even talked anything about what I'm doing. So right now I'm kind of just going in and doing a little bit of shading. And a quick little technique, or just something I want to talk a little bit about, is how I use the colourless blender. Because I think a lot of people aren't really sure on how to use it. It's kind of just like this mysterious Copic that not many people know anything about. So there's a few different ways you can use it, but generally how I use it is to actually just kind of smooth everything out. So I'll kind of put down like a base coat and then I'll go over that with the colourless blender sometimes if it's kind of necessary, and it almost takes away some of the strokes, the visible strokes that you can see. I find this works best with really light colours, like I'll often use this when I'm colouring the skin. Sometimes you want to blend from a really pale like pink in the skin to pretty much just white, but sometimes if you just leave it pink and then going to white, it's too obvious, so that's why it's good going in with the colourless blender there, and it just gives it like a softer gradation to the white. You can use it to blend other colours together as well, kind of more effectively, but it all really comes down to practice and just kind of trial and error, because some colours will blend better together, and sometimes it's just not really worth using, because if you try blending something too much and you use too much of the colourless blender, it just kind of makes it more messy than it would have been without it. So it really just comes down to practice, but it's a pretty cool tool that once you kind of get used to, it can be pretty effective. So I recommend having a play around with it on a blank piece of paper and just kind of experiment with it in kind of different situations, because it can really help in certain situations, but realistically it's not going to help with all your blending. It's not going to just magically make everything look really smooth and nice. Unfortunately, it's not called the magic blending marker. It does a little bit, but it doesn't do heaps. So you just got to kind of learn what situations it works best in and use it in them. Now I'm colouring the hair, and I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. I didn't really do anything too fancy or tricky in this. It's all pretty simple stuff. I started out with like a base coat, just a pretty light base coat, and then went over it with a slightly darker colour. You'll notice that I was using a technique that I've kind of used in a couple of my other videos, where I'm dabbing a lighter coloured marker on a darker marker, and that way it kind of gives me like an in-between tone so I can kind of blend it more smoothly. And I made sure to leave some white highlights across kind of the middle of the hair, and I think that's kind of what made it look really cool, because later I went in with some darker colours and even some of my Prismas to create more of a contrast, and this just makes the hair look a lot more shiny and it gives it more of a kind of 3D effect a little bit. You'll notice I also went in and did a little bit of shading with a blue pencil, and that shading is kind of continuous throughout this whole drawing. There's almost like a blue reflective light kind of bouncing onto it, and it kind of just ties the drawing together pretty well and kind of just makes the drawing look a little bit more interesting than if you had have just used more conventional shading. I decided to put in some floating blood in the background. I didn't want to go too crazy and make it look like a massacre scene, but I thought it kind of just made the drawing look a little bit more interesting, and it gave a little bit of flow to the background as well, which is something I like to do with the background. I don't like it being too over the top and too crazy, but if I can add like a little bit extra to it, it kind of just finishes the drawing off nicely without kind of going too overboard with some really detailed background, which I don't really have the time to do. So I thought this would work pretty well, and obviously it's kind of still trying to stay in theme with the character as well. So this drawing's pretty much done. I'm just going to go back in now with the white highlights and just kind of go crazy with that. I just wanted to quickly talk a little bit about what's going on with the channel at the moment and some of the upcoming videos. I've started recording some more inking videos because I realised people want to see my inking process. So I've got some of that stuff coming. I'm still kind of tweaking how I want those videos to be, so I'm still kind of, just trying different things, and hopefully I'll kind of perfect that after I make a few and kind of just make them more enjoyable to watch, but they're coming. Also, I'm going to keep doing these Copic art drawing videos. People seem to enjoy these ones. I really try and get through as many requests as I can, but it's kind of getting to the stage where I'm getting way too many requests and I just don't have the time to do all of them. So I pretty much choose the ones which kind of interest me the most and I think other people are going to like as well. So if something gets requested a lot by multiple people, I'm more likely going to draw that. Anyway, I just want to say thanks for all the support, for watching these videos and commenting and giving me a thumbs up. It really means a lot to me. I honestly would have given up on YouTube a long time ago if it wasn't for all the support you guys have given me. So thank you for checking out my videos, and I'll catch you guys next week in next week's drawing video.